teach you midpoint and its converse. It's a theorem, okay? So theorem says when in a triangle you join the middle point, the midpoint of any two lines of the triangle, it is parallel and equal to half of the third side of the triangle. Okay, so what I have done here, I have drawn a triangle ABC. Okay, now the midpoint of AB is D and midpoint of AC is E. Okay, so the theorem says DE, the line segment DE is parallel to BC and at the same time it is half of BC. So what I have to prove in the theorem, it is DE is parallel to BC and DE is equal to half of BC. So these two things have to be proven in the theorem and then this is used to solve other problems. Okay. So how should I prove it? So this is one triangle called ABC. This is the middle line DE. Now to prove this theorem, what I do, I draw imaginary line extended from DE to F. Okay, and then from F to C, I join them and make a triangle EFC. Okay, so EFC. Now I have two triangles ADE and EFC. I will use these two triangles to prove the theorem. Okay, so triangle ADE and triangle EFC. Okay, so how will I do it? So because it is given that this line is equal to this line, it's given in the sum. Because this is a midpoint, AE is equal to EC. Okay, AE is equal to EC. Now when A is equal to EC, these are vertically opposite angles, so they will be equal to each other. Okay, so I will say angle AED, okay, is equal to angle FEC. Why they are equal to each other? Because they are vertically opposite angles. Okay, this line is equal to this line, these two are equal to each other. Now this and this angle, that is angle A and angle C, are also equal to each other because they are alternate angles. Okay, so angle EAO, that's EAD, is equal to angle, which angle is that? FCE. Okay, so why they are equal? So this is vertically opposite angle, these are alternate angles, so they are equal, and this is given in the question. It is given in the question. When I say these are equal to each other, what is this? ASA. So ASA, two angles are equal to each other and one side is equal to each other. So these two triangles are congruent. What do I say them? They are congruent triangles. Now when these two are congruent triangles, obviously other things are equal to each other. So this is equal to this. What is this? DE is equal to EF. Because these two triangles are congruent triangles, so it is proved now that DE is equal to EF. Okay, D is equal to EF, A is equal to EC was already given. Now AD is equal to FC. Okay, AD is equal to FC. Why it is equal? Because they are congruent triangles. Okay, now I have proven that this is equal and that's equal. Okay, so AD when is equal to FC, AD is also equal to BD. AD is also equal to BD. If AD is equal to BD, then BD is also equal to FC. BD is also equal to FC. Don't get confused. If you want to see, rewind and see again how I proved it. AD is equal to FC. So, because AD is equal to BD, then FC and BD are also equal to each other. These two are equal to each other. These two are equal to each other. And this completely becomes one parallelogram. So, now I prove it's a parallelogram. Why? Because these two are equal to each other and these two are equal to each other. So it is a parallelogram. So I can say now BDFC is a parallelogram. Okay, BDFC is a parallelogram. Now, because these two are equal to each other and they are parallel to each other, I proved that this is a parallelogram. Now, when it's a parallelogram, obviously DF is equal to BC. Because it is a parallelogram, DF is equal to BC. Okay. So now when DF is equal to BC, DF is equal to BC, DE equals to half of DF. Okay, this is half of the whole line. We have proved it when we proved the congruency. Okay, so when D is half of DF, it is obviously half of BC because they are both are equal to each other. So I also proved that DE is equal to half of BC. So this is how I prove my theorem. So what I had to prove in my theorem, this is half of this one, I proved it. Okay, and what else I had to prove? I had to prove that they are parallel to each other. Okay, I proved both by proving that it's a parallelogram and it is half of it. So let's do some sums on it now. Okay, first I taught you what is midpoint and its converse. Now I'm teaching you a sum on it. Okay, so in this sum they have given us a trapezium. Okay, in this trapezium what they have given us is these three are parallel to each other. P is the midpoint of AD. Okay, now what we have to prove is PR equals to half of AB plus CD. Okay, so what should we do to prove this? To prove this, I have done a diagonal from D to B. I have joined D and B so that there are two triangles formed here. Okay, after the two triangles are formed here, I have to show how it works. Okay, now P is the midpoint of, this is a triangle A, B, D. So which is this triangle? This is the triangle ABD. Okay, in this triangle what I have to prove? Okay, so what I will prove is P is the midpoint here. Okay, when P is midpoint, this is P midpoint is given. Okay, then PQ is parallel to AB. It's given because PR is parallel to AB. PQ is also parallel to AB. When two things are given, this is parallel and this is the midpoint, then Q is also midpoint. Therefore, Q is the midpoint of DB. Okay, midpoint of DB. Now I will take the next triangle. Which is my next triangle? This is my next triangle. Okay, what is my next triangle? It is DCB. Triangle DCB. In DCB, Q is the midpoint. Proven, it's given here. Q is the midpoint. Okay, when Q is the midpoint and QR is parallel to DC. Again, it's given in the sum. So I write Q is midpoint, QR is parallel to DC. Now if this is parallel and if this is the midpoint, this has also have to be a midpoint. So this is also midpoint. What? R is the midpoint of BC. R is the midpoint of BC. Okay. Now after proving this, what I have to show is this is half of these. So here I have proved you these. Now after proving this, what is PQ? PQ equals to half of AB and QR equals to half of DC. Okay. So what I have to find out? I have to find out the length of PR. PR equals to PQ plus QR. Correct? So to do this, what I do? Now PQ is how much? PQ is half AB. Half AB plus half DC. Half DC. So half is common. I'll take half outside and then I'll write AB plus DC in the bracket. This is how we prove PR equals to half of AB plus CD. This is again a formula actually. Whenever they give you a trapezium, you have to remember in trapezium the midpoint converse is that the middle line will always be half of the other two parallel lines. Okay? Sum of the other two parallel lines. Okay, now we'll do one more sum on this. Okay, so in this sum we will find out the measurements. Okay, so what we have to do here in the sum they have given us ABC is a triangle. Okay, ABC is a triangle. D and F are the midpoints of the AB and AC. Okay, so what we have to do is they have also given one more thing. They have given that F, there is a line extended from F to BC which intersects BC at E. So we have to show that BDEF is a parallelogram and we have to also find out the measurement of EF. We have to find EF measurement is given. What we have to find out? Oh, we have to find out AB. Okay, we have to find out AB. Okay, we have to find out AB. Okay, so what we have to do now is they have given us that D is the midpoint. D is the midpoint of AB. Okay, and F is the midpoint of AC. When these two are midpoints, the theorem says when you have two midpoints, it is exactly half of the third side. So DF equals to half of BC. Okay, half of BC. How? Because D is a midpoint, F is a midpoint, the theorem says DF equals to half of BC. Okay. Now, the next statement in the sum says EF is parallel to BD. What does it say? EF is parallel to BD. Okay. EF is parallel to BD. DF is parallel to BE. How DF is parallel to BE? Because DF is parallel to BC, it is also there that DF is parallel to BE. Okay? You have to write it in the sum. What we have to write to prove it's a parallelogram, this is parallel to this is given in the sum. Okay? So I will write BD is parallel to EF. Then I will write here given. Okay, then because DF is parallel to BC as shown earlier, DF is also parallel to BE. Now, because opposite sides are parallel to each other, we prove that BDFE is a parallelogram. Okay, because these are parallel to each other, we prove that this is a parallelogram. Which is a parallelogram? This. Okay, now when I prove that this is a parallelogram, and what is my next thing? EF. Where is EF? This is EF. EF equals to 4.8. EF equals to 4.8, then what will this be? In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal to each other. So if this is 4.8, what this will be? This will also be 4.8. Now when this is 4.8 and D is the midpoint. When I say midpoint, it bisects the line, correct? So if this is 4.8, this will also be 4.8. True? Now what I have to find out? I have to find out AB. So 4.8 plus 4.8 will be 9.6 centimeters. So what is this? 9.6 centimeters. The catch of these kind of sums is they don't give you the diagram. They had not given me the diagram in the question. They had told me AB is a triangle. So what I should do? I should read the question line by line. Okay. First they told me ABC is a triangle. Then what they said? Then they said D is the midpoint of AB and F is the midpoint of AC. Okay. After that they said extend F in such a way that it is parallel to BD. Okay. Extend F in such a way. So where should I extend F? That it's parallel to BD. So shall I extend it here? No. They said extend F. Okay. Extend F in such a way that it's parallel to BC and it meets BC on E. What they said? It meets BC on E. Okay? E. And they also said that EF is parallel to BD. So they had given this. So the catch on this kind of sums is how to draw the diagrams. So to draw the diagrams, always go line by line. Don't read the complete sum and say, oh, how will I do it? Read the complete sum once, then second time, read one line, do that. Then read the next line, do it. Okay? Okay, friends. So what is my next sum? Next sum says, there is a parallelogram. Okay? The diagonals of the parallelogram intersect each other at the right angle. Okay? Then the next statement says, prove that the midpoints of the adjacent lines when joined together gives us a rectangle. So what we have to prove is this figure is this quadrilateral is a rectangle. So how will we prove it? So what they have given us, this is a diagonal. This is a diagonal. So when this is the diagonal, what is this? One triangle. Okay, let me take this as my first triangle. ABC. ABC is my first triangle. What I have to do in my first triangle? In my first triangle, ABC, which is my midpoint F. F is my midpoint. Okay. Here the midpoint is F. Here the midpoint is G. Now F and G are the midpoints. When I draw a line joining these two midpoints, it will be parallel to AC. Okay. Given. Everything is given. It is given that F is the midpoint, G is the midpoint. So when as it is given, I have to write F is midpoint given, G is midpoint given. Because this is a midpoint, the theorem says FG is half of AC. Okay. This is my first triangle where FG is half of AC. Half of AC. Okay. Next, there's my one more triangle, which this triangle. Okay. ADC. ADC. Now in ADC triangle, again E is the midpoint, H is the midpoint given in the sum. Because it is given, the theorem says EH is half of AC. What it says? EH is half of AC. Okay, again given. So now, because this is half of AC and this is also half of AC, these two are equal to each other. So therefore EH is equal to FC. Therefore this and this are equal because they both are equal to half of AC. Now these two are equal to each other and these two are parallel to each other. These two are parallel to each other. Okay. Because they are parallel to this, they are parallel to each other. Now when they are parallel to each other and equal to each other, what it will be? It will be a parallelogram. Okay. Right now it's a parallelogram. Now what I'll do? I'll use my another triangle. Now I'm using this triangle, which this one, ABD. Okay. Now in my triangle ABD, again what I will prove? I will prove EF. EF is half of DB. How? Because E is midpoint given, F is a midpoint given. The theorem says that EF is half of DB. EF is half of DB. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Half of DB. Now, same way in this triangle. Which one? Triangle DBC. Triangle DBC. Again, H is a midpoint given. G is a midpoint given. So, the theorem says HG is half of DB. HG is half of DB. Again, the same way, because this is half of DB and this is also half of DB, they are equal to each other. So what is given now? So I am showing that EF is equal to HG and EH is equal to FC. Okay. What I have proven now, this is equal to this one and this is equal to this one. Okay. And in a rectangle, the diagonals when bisect each other, they always form right angles. This was given in the sum. In the sum, it was given that diagonals when bisect each other, they form a right angle. That's why EFGH is a rectangle. Therefore, EFGH is a rectangle. Proved. Catch in these kind of sums is to read the question properly. Otherwise, it's very easy. Thank you so much. Any doubts, please let me know. Thank you.